DRX is scaling, obviously, amazing. And if they can get someone like Zeka or King in an early lead, then the game becomes very hard to play out. But I do like overall with KT's draft today, but it isn't a comp that's reliant on actually executing well. That has been a problem for them. Provides no value to your team at all as King.
Yeah, speaking of doing stuff here, the Q is going to miss, the damage comes out, and with Ignite, you got to be careful about this dive. Rascal is going to eat the shot, and King nearly dies, but the Ignite is ticking down and will not get the kill onto Rascal. Rascal still with the flash, and now here's the counter dive on the bottom side. Pyosik looking for it, and this one should be a lot cleaner, as they will clean up life down here. Pyosik does have to flash, and the heal is used, but at least they're able to pick up a kill. We'll see if he can outplay this one. He's trying to just sustain up at the moment, as level 3 Leona is making her way up here. Hex Flash comes in, there's the stun, and...
yeah.
I think the communication could have been better on that one. As not sure about this one, Deft. He is going to have to flash. Cuz is going in for it, and there is the kill. Shield will make sure that Cuz does get out alive.
Especially with the flash being down.
Yeah, he's going for it. The Ignite is on, but he does not care as the flash is not there. And again, Rascal had flash, so that again comes back to win him the trade here as Pyosik is here. Rascal was trying to push this one out. When it becomes Lightning, will go wide, and Pyosik cannot do anything. So, knew it was coming already, and Cuz is going to set up a kill down on the bottom side. We're going to see how that one starts, but I would imagine it's just Beryl going for a very deep ward, at this point deep, because they don't really have control over this lane anymore. Yeah, Deft at 80% at the moment in the LCK alone, just to make that clear. And yeah, I mean, we are going to have aiming in a really rough spot here, as he is going to flash that, but he gets slowed anyway. So now with no cleanse, no flash. He does have a Karma, though, who gets there right on time. Takes forever for them to kill him. And now the dive is going all awry, but Zeka's here trying to catch some other members. He will get Cuz down, as Beryl finally will be taken out by Vikla, who does make his way over. As they are still continuing onto Zeka here, who flashes and will shuriken, but he still gets rooted down by the chains. And this one will be the Karma chains, as Zeka surprisingly tanky with those Merc treads. Pyosik comes in, forces the flash, as this trade is going on forever. But
still not done.
They're going in. The distortion is going to get Vikla in trouble. And that's not going to work here, unfortunately, for him.
Oh, Vikla getting a little bit too excited there. Debut LCK game, doesn't want to give up those free kills. Oh no.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I mean, okay, he's going to land that one shot. And one more? Okay, the Q will come in just barely, as Cuz is going to pick it up finally. As a very drawn out kind of weird trade.
As possible flank here.
Gank with the Hextech Drake Rift, as life is going to go down. And not much that Cuz can do to stop that.
Yeah, I was like, Amy, you're not going to try and defend that, right? Like, you're gonna sack the turret, right? And he does. He's completely fine.
As, I mean, Beryl's going forward. They really want to find a fight here. But you're getting ginned, you're getting chained, Beryl's almost dead, and here's Rascal in the back line. He's immediately going to get burst down, and actually doesn't get too much done. Has to back away. The Tryndamere not quite finding the autos we were expecting. DRX actually with a pretty clean disengage.
There, of course, the benefit. You don't have to go for this SKT. If you find a good angle, you can. But you can also decide to back off, push mid, but no, they do want to go for this Drake.
Some damage will go down there onto Zeka. He's getting pretty low.
Rascal almost has ultimate available back again as well.
You weren't lying about this.
Look
chaos,
at the mess.
Man.
I love it.
It is all over the place. I mean, Zeka was in the mid lane. I didn't even know. We couldn't even zoom out far enough as the kill comes through. But for DRX, I mean, they're going to get the Drake. So honestly, not so bad if they can get out. As that's really the question. Rascal gets a huge hit. And, well, he doesn't use his ultimate, so he will get taken out.
Didn't have it. It was like 2 seconds off, and
no.
he went in regardless.
Yeah, and Beryl's in trouble here, too, so DRX, they get the Hex Tech, they take out Rascal, but they do have to pay with 3 of their own lives.
I don't think you can do this, DRX.
Yeah, I mean, they know this is happening. Do KT.
Oh, don't flip it.
They're flipping it. They're
Attack
going
the
for the
ward!
flip. No.
Don't flip it!
It's so low, and Pyoshik is going to get the smite. And the flip will go their way. Cuz not able to get the steal this time. Remember, though, that Rascal is pushing this bottom lane, picks up even more gold for himself. Whoa, where? Oh, he's okay. He wants depth. He's going for the big fish tonight. And, well, he just got chompered and then stunned, and now he's got a Q coming in, but he will go down. Same time, Pyoshik did have to bite the bullet, but KT are going way too deep on this one. Rascal gets his team into a bad spot. Not expecting the collapse to come in. At least the rocket won't land for their sake, but now DRX has a massive push.
That was a little bit unnecessary, Rascal, with the amount of vision available. DRX are able to find the punish. I think that was maybe a missed flash there from Vikla, who re-engaged and gave another kill over to DRX, and now are going to be able to push in an inhibitor. And the gold lead that KT had now fully evaporated. Oh yeah,
against all of them. So like that's still a pretty nice play.
Oh, Vikla.
Oh, man, the chain nearly gets him there. It's the Jhin ultimate not finding too much value. Scouting it out, it's going to spot Beryl there on the front.
Don't flip it, DRX. Don't give them the chance to get soul, please.
Just flip it.
Please, don't do it! Beryl?
Beryl is, okay. Yeah, he cannot deny the Hextech Drek as we go in, and the flip goes to the Jinx. He will pick it up, will deft, as Rascal is in the pit and trying to pick up more. But it's not looking too good for him. He gets a big spin and nearly takes out King in. But the chaos is going in favor of DRX, and they are just barely getting the flips and winning the fights.
Oh, DRX have been aided by Deft's win rate on Jinx. You know, they saw it was getting too low, and they're like, let's beef up the plot armor just a little bit. I feel like it's not enough. Need a little bit more. And it's working.
I like this. Beryl, he's forcing the fight. That's what you got to do. Maybe a little bit overzealous, as now Deft is going to get aggro on the turrets. You could have just, you know, taxied in your minions and taken out the turrets and ended the game.
Oh,
but
no.
Instead, we're taking the Hextech Drek.
Oh! No. Can't do that. Out of range.
Well, they do have the teleport coming in. KT will respect that, as now getting on top of Deft here as Vikla forces the flash. Very nice play. The Q is going to sail wide as now Jhin ult comes out. The curtain call Deft. He's going to go down into his GA as Rascal is pushing everybody else forward, and he gets crit in the face. And that is going to be 2 kills now under the belts of KT, as now it's their turn to get the push on.
I don't know what's happening, Valdez, but it works out for KT. They get the kill on Deft, and Kingen can poke.
Everybody on the side of DRX is very split up here. Kingen has showed. I think they know where Zeka is. Pyoshik's on the bottom side. No vision, as you mentioned.
Oh, boy.
Shot blast comes in. Okay, over the top. They are going to try to commit onto this one. Rascal with no ultimate. And now KT, I mean, they're just going super deep trying to get kills, but they've already lost. Rascal, as Cuz is trying to 1v2, he's actually doing a decent job. Immediately gets his head chopped off in that fight. And KT will pick up the Baron. It's nice, but it's not going to win you games. I mean, at the same time, though, like, I suppose it opens up another okay, we're getting the curtain call down here. It is a Jace through the gate. It's not seeming to matter as he hits basically everything. Doesn't get the 4th shot, though. Well, you kind of got to do something with it as Rascal is going in. He's going to be burst down immediately. Vikla gets in, has to Zhonya's. Where's the damage? Deft is so low, but he's surviving. Goes into the GA, and this is not quite the dive into the jungle that KT were looking for. As another GA will be popped here. Down will go Cuz, and Life and the rest of them will be on the run, aiming. Never really able to join that fight.
You had 3 shots, KT. 3 opportunities to get 1 Drake. Couldn't do it. Oh, no.
Well, they do have some nice... Oh, he walked back into it. Feels bad as now that is going to be a dead 80 carry. And Life might be soon following him. There he goes. DRX, they get the job done. Somehow, some way, As now with the Hex Tech Soul, doesn't look like they're going to go for the end, as those death timers a little bit close here for Rascal and Vikla.
I feel like they should be able to, right? They just need the wave. Don't know if they can guide it. Maybe it's actually not enough. Maybe we need an Elder in a game like this, but
it's close.
I don't know if Rascal and Vikla can hold on here with 5 members available for DRX. This should be it.
They're going to go for it. Rascal with an ultimate ready. Vikla tries to hop forward, immediately just gets burst down. And that is in fact going to be enough. It doesn't matter if you've got stopwatch now, as down will go the Nexus. DRX will...
I don't know.
That's a nice gold graph. Really like that one, yeah. The blue team was in the winning position for what percent of this graph?
I don't think it will be.
No.
Oh. Deft. Picking more dive into Xayah is not the way to go. Yeah. Honestly, I think committing is the way to go. Xayah or a Kai'Sa and Nautilus is quite strong. And obviously, the DRX comp does one thing and one thing only. So, execution is required here from KT Rolstad. It isn't a comp displays itself. It does require some setup. And after the first game...
No, we haven't learned that technology yet. As Hex Flash comes in, there's no flash here for aiming. He is not level 6, and he is dead. First blood given over to Pyosik, as over the wall, Life wasn't able to support too much on the play.
Now Pyosik is 6.
Oh, man. Oh. Vikla's getting in there. He lands the stun, and he's going to Akali, assassinate the Akali. Yeah, here we go. The Q will land, and Deft is going to ult and flash, and the Blade Caller will kill him in the end. As Vikla also getting dunked on, though, and that's going to be the 2v1 kill there. But another kill in the bottom side for KT, at least.
It's such an investment, though, and with Cuz actually showing, that's also going to be the first Turblot. So overall, it's such a favorable trade here. For DRX, right, 2-level lead for Pyosik. He's 30 CS up. He's actually utilizing the pressure that Hecarim has, and I don't think Vikla can really match anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't feel very good for him there in that mid lane. A couple of mix-up. He did get that one solo kill, but then the follow-up by Pyosik, who is having a fantastic game and is affecting pretty much every lane at this point. It's rough for a lot of the KT laners, as Zeka. We do have Zeka in no man's land, as he will try to ult and Akali his way out, but Cuz just flashes and lands the Sonic Wave right onto the face of the Akali, so they will punish. So that is something. Deft is getting some free hits, but we do have teleport. It's after 14 minutes. That's double teleport down to the bottom side. The damage already coming out. The house is going to hit as the Nautilus ultimate does go in, but Pyosik and Beryl desperately trying to zone here, doing a pretty good job, and Deft is going to re-enter as Vikla will go down. And now the follow-up here, Rascal pretty low, not in mega form anymore. That's a double kill now for Deft. Remember, he was the one they collapsed on. And the Kai'Sa is getting so much value with her re-entry onto these fights, as Cuz, you can feel how they want to get something out of this trade, but they will not. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, we were talking about this. Pyosik is just so comfortable on the Hecarim. It's like night and day, game 1 and game 2, and what he's been able to do in this game. Really, really nice to see. A little bit of a redemption for him here, as we're having a bit of a fun song and dance, as over the wall comes the rest of DRX. The fear goes in, catches a couple, and immediately the Meganar will go down before he can even transform. They will be able to get Vikla, but that is going to be DRX that are taking this one. By Vikla, of course, I mean Zeka. A 2-for-1 trade here in favor of DRX. They also do pick up the Infernal Drake. Looking for the turn here. They do have immense amounts of dives and commit. As in goes Pyosik. He is exhausted, and he fears out and dies. Already is happening, as Meganar is going to kill now Beryl. It is a 3v5, as DRX are continuing to try to get on in there, but they're just getting kited down. Zeka now is going to commit, desperately trying to get more kills, going to miss his Q. Finally picks up the kill, and at least he's able to trade something back. It feels like we're kind of going back to game 1 feels here.
play it out.
And they were in a lead for the majority of that game, by the way, as in goes Zeka, and in goes Pyosik. We're all pressing our buttons, and finally DRX go in together. Nobody gets caught out here. Vikla is all alone. Rascal is getting some good work done. Onto Zeka there, takes him out, as Vikla is going to fear the air particles on Summoner's Rift, but that is it.
Such a nice pick by Pyosik there. Able to actually find the fear on aiming, meaning that he can't use his Feather Storm. And without aiming here, I don't think you can test this KT, and they seem to be thinking the same thing. Might be picking up a turret on top side for their effort. That's not really going to be enough. Recurring theme here. Like, it's okay trades the entire time, but the actual wins all go over to DRX. Now 2 Infernal Drakes on Akali. Champion that absolutely loves the double scaling that it provides.
Yeah. I mean, everybody over there.
This one.
KT, it looks like they wanted to set up for Baron Deny, but they are just corralling themselves into the top side of the map. And DRX just scooped them up like a bucket of water. And they drink it all up, I suppose, as now Beryl might die, as aiming is going to take it down. Zeka on the follow here with the Feather Storm, and he will get away, but that is a tiny consolation for what DRX just scooped here.
I don't even think it's a consolation, Valdes. Oh, aiming. Oh, no. Oh.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's Akali for you.
Yep. Did not expect that, but Zeka, he is still relevant. Remember, he started this game 0-3.
It just keeps happening back to back, and that's why DRX always trade up. That's why KT in both of these 2 games.
Oh, man.
And it feels like they're slowly losing.
Oh, God, that's a huge fear. And in goes Deft immediately. Yeah, you got knocked up, but who cares? As Rascal, oh, we finally got Meganar here. And it just doesn't matter. There is the ace, and there is the 28-minute win into the hands of DRX. A clean 2-0 tonight. Nothing to see here. So unfortunately, KT will continue their loss streak, but DRX will solidify their spot with a 7th win now in the LCK. Actually, an 8th win here. Fantastically done for them as they continue to rise in the standings. Absolutely. And Zeka, he started 0-3. He ended up doing the most damage by far in the game. And a really straightforward game here, 28 minutes, right? The gold graph was pretty much straight up there. There was that one dip where DRX did dive and throw their bodies into the enemy jungle. Outside of that, a straight up pretty clean win. And DRX, the game score is going to matter.
This is Jason for the POG interview translation, joined by Deft and Pyosik from DRX. Congratulations! With this victory, DRX has picked up 8 wins so far in the LCK. How do you feel, Deft? It feels great, you know, to secure 8th win, and also Pyosik did a great job, so it feels better. Pyosik, what about you? Well, I think we were able to play as good as we do in scrims, so it was really great. And Deft, you're on the up and up in terms of the POG standings as well. You have 800 so far. How far will you go in the split? Well, I mean, the first place, the front runner has so many POG points, so I don't think I can make it to the first place. But so because of that, I hope other players can also win POG instead of me. And Pyosik, in the end, we had another Pyosik ceremony. What was that about? It was like, because I played Hecarim in Game 2, so I've never tried Hecarim ceremony as well. So I prepared it in advance, but my details were not that good, so it was a bummer. Maybe I can do better next time. Any other ceremonies you're planning in the future? I don't really plan. I basically just like do a ceremony that I played today and something that I haven't tried yet on stage. So if I get to play a different champion, I might do a different ceremony next time. And KT roster tried a different lineup. They actually called up Vikla from the Challengers team. So how much DRX was prepared to deal with this roster? We did have some information about their, change So we kind of analyzed what he plays, what picks he's really good at, and that was basically it. Game number 1. Do you know how many kills we had? No idea. It was 23 and 16, so 39 kills in total. We had so many fights, so many actions, a bloodbath of 2 teams. So how confident were you to win that game? After we got the Baron, I was pretty confident that we'll close out the game because I had GA and we really had to win the team fight at that point, but we lost. So I was a little bit worried. What about you, Pyosik? While I was playing that, I was actually kind of concerned if we just go 50-50, we might just lose. So, and then my teammates were like, let's go for a Baron. And I was like, are we sure we can man-mark that Lee Sin? And then they were like, let's go for a smite fight. And I was feeling so pressured, but somehow we won the fight. So after that, yeah, I was pretty confident. And with that confidence, DRX closed out game number 1. In game number 1, we had both Jinx and Lee let through. And one of your signature picks, Daft and Pyosik. And then you guys decided to first pick Jinx. Right now, Jinx is really good. And also KT, we kind of thought they don't really prioritize Lee a lot. And then they ended up just first picking Lee. So we were a little bit flustered. But still, our players did a great job and still win the game. What about you, Pyosik? I mean, I was able to do what I was supposed to do, so I wasn't paying attention what others were doing in that game. Game number 2, we had a whole different draft compared to game number 1. The first pick, Akali, was the call from DRX. So Zeka is really good at that pick. And also, I also heard that Vikla actually prefers Akali a lot, so we kind of wanted to take it away as well. And then we had Hecarim and Kai'Sa added to that Akali. What did you feel, Pyosik, after seeing that Hecarim let through? I mean, even if the opponents played Hecarim, I had some options and plans to deal with the champion, but actually they decided to play Lee. So we wanted to try this dive comp with Hecarim and Kai'Sa. It sounded really fun, and it was really fun to play as well. And Daft, your Kai'Sa was popping off. It was not picked a lot in the current meta, so could you tell us about Kai'Sa a lot more? You know, what's good and what's bad? Kai'Sa is really weak in lane, you know. He needs a lot of backup, a lot of support, a lot of carrings, but once you get the right comp for Kai'Sa, she is like able to do any kind of plays. Do you think Kai'Sa will become a lot more relevant in the upcoming matches? Because Ahri, Hecarim are the mainstream picks these days. It's a really good pick into those picks and also together with those picks. So I think Kai'Sa is looking very viable, in fact. And Pyosik, in game number 1, you played Xin Zhao. In game number 2, you played Hecarim. And your performance was on top. So how are you able to kind of step up so much? What kind of preparation did you go through for today's series? I mean, just as usual. You know, following our leaders, you know, learning from their game knowledge and also the coaching staffs as well, you know, always listening to their advice and tips. And I was like stepping up by like accumulating those things. And today, I mean, even before, you know, today's series, even before we had a 1v1, Zeka was actually able to just bully him, so we didn't really have a lot of interaction, me and Pyosik. Your next opponent is Leave Sandbox. That was actually your first opponent on the opening day, and you lost to them. This is your time to get the revenge. I think Leave Sandbox is a decent team, you know, they are still really good, but because of that first loss that started off the split, you know, we were not able to have a great start, so I really want our revenge. You know, Croco is the centerpiece of Leaf Sandbox, and I hope I can play a little bit better than him and pick up a very clean 2-0 against him. And this will be the end of the interview from Daft Music from DRX, and back to the carpet space. Thank you.